this month. Forza Brazil as they make their last charge. Loop Zero, the new addition to the squad, has yet to get a single 2-star. He has put 3 stars up 6 times in a row over the past couple of months and is looking to get another one done here and now. He's brought the hybrid army with a queen charge out front. Lots of good early value from easy point defenses that he'll pick off here.
He is hungry for the golden ticket, as is the entire INTZ team. The hybrid is one of his favorite attack strategies. He has used it twice already this qualifier, and it is a pretty solid start here, Woody, as the queen is coming into the base. A lovely Coco Loon tanks for the healers, and she is beelining herself to the scatter shot as well as the clan castle troops.
A ferocious feast for this hungry queen. Pulls out the CC and will chomp down on a Lava Hound. Super Minion pops out, but it'll die to the poison, and that Scatter Shot and Royal Champion are not far away. But Loop Zero is not waiting for stage 1 to finish up. He has already sent in the hybrid. That big Warden is going to protect them as they make their way straight toward the Town Hall. A little bit of minor engagement will pop off the Town Hall, and there it is. Early Eternal Tome to protect from that Giga Bomb, and it goes off with a bang, Judo.
He has lost a lot of the force through this base, Woody. He's managed to protect some of the Hog Riders and Miners, but I think he wanted a quicker entry. Nevertheless, he keeps his queen alive, which was the main purpose of sending in the hybrid, and she is doing a phenomenal job along that left-hand side. Look at that super wall breaker allowing her through, and with the hybrid protecting the Royal Champion, she just needs to get through the single target Inferno here, Woody.
That's a massive target to take down, but the Royal Champion doesn't get the job done. Grand Warden might be able to snipe it if he can just get a couple of miners to path over there and guide his shots. Wizards are going to be supporting this push as well. Loop Zero has used all of his hero abilities, though, and he could be in a lot of trouble. That single target Inferno might be the end of this raid.
It is so close to locking onto the Archer Queen. She does not have the ability. He's trying his best to get through the remaining defenses, and I think you are right. It is all about the Grand Warden sniping that defense. Everything going down. Fortunately, the Queen is out of range as she gets through the wall, and she might even be able to get it, Woody.
She has re-locked onto a different wall. She was about to go toward the exterior of the base, but as soon as the Wizards finished off that outside structure, she changed her target, and that is what saved the 3-star for Loop Zero.
Exactly what they...
That's what he told us before these wars began. He will not take any chance for granted, and there he has done it, starting off with an epic triple to begin with. I think INTZ have got to be the favorites in this grand final match for the last golden ticket to be awarded. They were both at the World Finals last year, but INTZ have just been putting up such an impressive offensive performance, defending almost as well. I'm going to say it's going to be a 14-13 star, Judo.
It has to be incredibly high. INTZ with a 14-star victory in their opening match, 14 stars in their second match, and a perfect in the semi-finals. But the Queen Walkers are actually the community favorites on the COC Esports Twitter poll. So an interesting approach, but Stadra is using his Yeti Smash. He has 3-starred with this earlier on this weekend, and he really needs the 3-star now. Remember, this is the final matchup. The winner gets the golden ticket, and the loser gets nothing.
Stadra knows how important base building is. He has only picked up a single 3-star, one of the lowest hit rates for his squad, but he is going to be starting off with a massive Yeti Smash right into the gut of his base, basically ignoring that Town Hall since he knows the Battle Blip will make a beeline for it. He's going to focus on a lot of archers as that Battle Blip gets the pull, protected by the Eternal Tome. It lands right inside that compartment with the activated Town Hall. All his troops will engage right on top of it. He has lost a lot of forces with the engagement right opening up, but there goes the jump spells. One more ready to drop as these troops are doing their best to survive an onslaught of defensive firepower. Scatter shots are about to knock down this queen. It forces out her ability. I don't know if Stadra's gonna have the distance at this one.
Oh, I'm not too sure either. He really needed them to get to the scatter shots ASAP, but the Clan Castle troops are what pulled his Yetis and bowlers to that side, lost the momentum. Now the Royal Champion is there, she's finishing off the scatter shot, but you can notice 2 single target Inferno towers, and this is just going to be too much for the Queen Walkers. INTZ pulling in their best bases here as well, Woody, and they couldn't have asked for a better start at this point. What a matchup they are preparing for in the finals.
Past is prelude for poor Stadra. Low hit rate and not able to get back up on top. INTZ's defenses are so crazy good on these matches, especially when they're going up against previously Worlds qualified teams. Denying the Queen Charge right through the center, you see those poor useless healers wandering about aimlessly, unable to get any additional work done on this base. He has certainly done his best, but I don't know if it's good enough against a squad like INTZ, a juggernaut of perfect offense, putting up a triple and now finding themselves far ahead with a 2-star 67% by Stadra.
7%.
Staggering back into the fight, but Bernal might deliver the knockout punch here and now. If it turns out that INTZ pick up the win, then I gotta say, this is gonna be exactly what the attackers are hoping for and expecting at this point. Big early strike with spell damage is undeniable for Bernal as he finishes off a scatter shot, but just barely misses the finish off on that archer tower, requiring another balloon to get the last hit in.
Very nicely recognized to just send that one balloon. Even if it goes down, the archer tower is weak enough that the balloon would take it out on the death damage. So very nicely done by Bernal, rotating the lightning spells around the scatter shot. We all know how good he is with the lava balloon, so I'm more than confident he has the capability to finish this one off. Now it is an early start. His hero dive is already pushing in, and you notice the super wall breaker sneaking in between the Barbarian King. It does open up the wall, and the central multi-target Inferno is very key for Bernal to take down here, Woody.
When a player has had a perfect month so far, that is usually the stat line that I lead with, but it is not a unique factor at all for Bernal, because 4 members of this INTZ lineup have had perfect month so far. 3 stars back to back to back in all 3 of their matchups. An undefeated champion march toward victory, but Bernal is finally facing maybe a bit too much to handle, losing those heroes in the core of the base and a bit late on this poison spell against some troops that are split up. He's going to have to actually drop his last zap spell to knock down a bit more damage off that headhunter.
Beautifully done as he used the lightning spell on top of the single to take down the headhunter, but notice the scatter shot where the stone slammer is coming into. That was meant to go down. It has a tiny little bit of health, so it will now go down, but it forced the lava loon from this western side very early to take major damage, and I'm not sure that Bernal has enough to get through here. Fortunately, he has a huge pack of balloons, many spells left, so he has to get everything right from this point on, Woody.
Excellent timing with those freeze spells, and that town hall is gonna be worthless. Shrouded in a veil of hoarfrost, the freeze has done it, popping that stone slammer as balloons start to rage through the base. Haste spells keeping them cleared for landing on easy targets with no more defenses left. It is a cleanup job for a massive force, and Bernal is easily gonna grab another 3-star judo.
One of the major things you see from the top players is saving onto your spells, but notice that one little balloon flying in from the left of your screen. That is to make sure that the storages in the center of the base go down. Now, fortunately, Bernal was efficient enough to have his entire pack of balloons go over there. No time fails for Bernal. That is a second 3-star for INTZ, and they really have got themselves in that command
streak. Some of the best defense, some of the most reliable offense. Stars from Queen Walker has really got to have all of this on his mind right now, and that is not what you want. You want to have the commanding presence from a lead picked up earlier on by your teammates to be able to carry you on to victory after victory. Stars from the Queen Walkers has got none of that right now, as he knows that 3 stars are going to be the only thing that can even keep his team alive, not even close to ensuring that they come over the top.
He has to get the 3-star, as you mentioned, but he has 3-starred 4 times during this qualifier. Every attack with this strategy, the lightning spells into Lava Loon. So Queen Walkers recognize that Stars needs to get this one done if they have any opportunity. INTZ have put 14 stars at least in every one of their wars. So Queen Walker's on the back pedal. A beautiful start though, taking down the clan castle with the hero dive, now coming into the western area of the base. Looks like he will get the scatter shot. The enemy queen aiming towards the town hall as well here, Woody.
If I would compare Stars to any player in the INTZ lineup, I'd say he's most like Loop Zera, a new addition who has absolutely cracked the meta game and is obliterating bases left and right. A perfect performance so far this month with 4 3-stars supporting his team and even carrying them to victory at some points. They have had some narrow losses in the past, but none of them have been star to blame. The Queen Walkers are really slow on this next hit though, as we're already at the 145 mark and waiting for the big drop to happen. Looks like it might be coming in from the top as we get a bit more action here now. Royal Champion helping out on the funnel, taking down another air defense as the Lava Loon makes its way for this base.
I really like that he is sending in the Stone Slammer single-handedly into the center of the base. The Tornado Trap is there, though, next to the multi-target Inferno, so he quickly reacts and freezes that to try and take it down. This allows the pathing of the Lalo around, and with the Royal Champion in the middle, Woody, it is looking good for Stars. The balloons come through, and it looks like it is going to be the 3-star that they need right now.
That'll do it! Great job to Stars with an overwhelming amount of firepower. Haste spell zip zapping all the way through this base. Those balloons made this whole layout get demolished without a trace left now. They are cleaning up so quickly. You can't even find a single building left, Judo. It's a triple. Banks.
They certainly do, because at INTZ's current form, they would not lose at this point. At every single one of their wars this weekend, they have put up 14 stars and a higher percentage than Queen Walkers could catch up to. So it really does need a mistake from INTZ. And it is Renan. He did get a 3-star earlier today, but he has got a couple of 2-stars earlier on. So is this the attack that could give Queen Walkers the opening, Woody?
Great use of spells here will crack down an air defense, a single target Inferno, and the Eagle Artillery. Massive damage dealt early on, but he's only going to have a couple of rages and one more freeze to stack on top for this mass drag assault. Moving in from the right side corner, he's getting a little bit of early funneling done, sending in the balloons to seek out any seeking air mines. And here we go with the big drop. One dragon will actually rejoin the rest of the pack, all clustered in around this Grand Warden, going straight for the Town Hall for an early strike. Like you mentioned, Judo, Renan has only got 1 3-star so far this month, but he has been on an upward trajectory ever since his defensive pickup against INTZ in the last war, and is seeking to keep it on task once again. Drops the first rage spell, but the bulk of the defensive damage is going to come in now, and it's coming in hot, Judo.
It certainly is. The Dragons have found their way into the center of the base, which is exactly what he needed. I love the surgical use of the balloons to help with this, and my goodness, Woody, the Dragons are tearing apart this base. We still have the Queen's ability. We still have the Royal Champion's ability. As long as he can get through this single target Inferno and air defense, I can't see this one going downhill.
He does have a lot to face off against, though. That single target Inferno is burning up dragons left and right. Needs to get a lot of damage stacked in there quickly because he has not pathed toward that single Inferno at all. Loses his Barbarian King, losing his Grand Warden. Outer Inferno is just dealing so much damage as the dragons fail to lock on. Still has that Archer Queen ability. It's going to be close to get popped here and now. There go the dragons on their last march. There they breathe that fire, Judo.
Oh, no! The single has took them down, Woody.
Boom!
Oh my word! Everything puffed around it. The Queen did not go in. So close. It keeps the percentage incredibly high, but it is only the 2-star.
For now, Gaku from Queen Walker sniffs around and is sensing blood in the waters. The shark ready to swim through and take a big bite out of his face. Zaps and lightning, earthquake, all sorts of massive damage on the outer edge as a royal champion tosses an early shield to knock down some key defenses here for this Laloon push. We have got a queen charge as well moving in on the left side corner. She'll path north as that royal champion has done her duty at that 8 o'clock position.
Yeah, I really like that he used the Royal Champion like that. Often you could see a Yeti blimp setting up a similar path for the Queen, but recognizes the Royal Champion could do that, and he can save onto the Siege Machine for his Lava Loon portion. It's almost like a huge balloon, but it also acts as a Lava Hound that it has so many hit points. Now, notice the King just taking out them non-defensive buildings to drive the Queen in towards the Town Hall, and he still has a super wall breaker, Woody, but the Lava Hound could cause him some issues here.
Yeah, awkward timing on that CC pool. He got the ground troops out, finished them off, but then has to face off against a Lava Hound afterwards. Balloon makes its way in and will seek out any air mines, but doesn't find any. Instead, getting a few drops on the Expo for some nice early damage here. Gaku is making his way up top with a Siege Barracks to support... he's got a Stone Slammer to back up that Barbarian King. I thought he was going to do a bit more funneling, but instead it's going to be going straight into the middle. Archer Queen raged up with the healers, is at full health, still with her ability left ready to use, and has done a massive amount of work taking out now the clan castle and working toward the next compartment in this space. We've got single target infernos up top burning through these Lava Hounds. They're not going to be there long to protect these balloons, Judo.
Beautiful job with that Stone Slammer, and he finds a tornado trap early on, which is not a bad thing because it means moving in towards the Eagle and the back end scatter shot. He does not have to deal with that as the balloons clump up. He still has the Warden ability. He still has a Rage and a Freeze. It looks good as he protects his Queen coming through.
Nice.
A beautiful Warden ability protects all of the loons. If he can get the spell timing correct, I think Queen Walkers are on for another 3-star, Woody.
Gaku will knock you down! Loop Zero's last defenses in the bottom corner are going to get a rage spell dropped on them as a predictive spell deployment from Gaku will finish off the last line of defenses. Holding on to a couple more troops, he's going to drop them in for the cleanup there and knock them apart. Finds that 3-star, and INTZ are no longer in that huge lead that they had held onto for the early part of this war. Queen Walkers are back in it and are on a big march to victory if they can just
have 3-starred in their previous 2 attacks, so they really need to keep that up and hope for another defense. But Woody, it is another player that is currently perfect for INTZ. It is Selenho with the lightning into Hog Riders.
Oh yeah, it is. We had seen Hog Riders brought in before and they knocked down for a triple. The meta game shifting away now from those miners and instead opting for full-on whole hog hits. 3 single target infernos protected by heroes on the bottom right side of the base, nearing approach of that town hall. An interesting move here. He's deploying a protection Lava Hound for this battle blimp, ensuring that it gets all the way onto the town hall without having to use any additional spells, Judo.
Yeah, he was obviously very worried that there were black bombs in that area and that the Seeking Air Mines would take down the battle blimp or also a tornado trap to bait the town hall. So decides to use the extra space to ensure that that goes down. And you can't fault him because now he has his hero dive to very nicely drive up towards the scatter shot. And notice that the enemy queen is in that area as well, Woody, which is crucial for a mass Hog Rider attack.
Single target Inferno locks the Barbarian King, and that's going to force out a freeze spell from Selenho. He pops the ability and will continue his Sui dive on this top side. Ice Golem trying to provide a little bit of freezing help for this top line attack as the Archer Queen on defense will now engage. A Barbarian King looking curious, interested in what's going on in that lower compartment and about to engage. The offensive Archer Queen finally locks the enemy hero, gets the kill with the Royal Cloak, locks the scatter shot as well. That's That's a lot of damage dealt with this Sui dive, Judo.
Incredible. He just about got it as well, because the Skelly spell, or the Skelly trap, sorry, popped and did distract the Queen. But with that out of the way, it means it's not going to be targeting the Hog Riders. Now you see that early Grand Warden's ability protecting a huge amount of Hogs, but they take massive damage from the scatter shot. Fortunately, Salino has the heal spell, but can they get it through here?
I think he's got it. Those Hogs are looking really healthy once again, and even though the Eagle Artillery got early locks and lots of damage in there, he has kept them safe from harm. Protection from those heal spells is exactly what they needed, and they will finish off the last remaining splash structure there. The Wizard Tower goes down, and they are just gonna rip that hammer through the base, pounding left and right without any force to reckon with them. They are gonna finish off the last defenses and clean up the outer layer of this base for another 3-star. INTZ marching on victorious, have got their 4th hit on the books.
They are looking for the golden ticket. It is within their grasp now, Woody. The final golden ticket. This is
every single moment that they had to learn, to prepare, to fight for this moment, building up the best armies we have ever seen, utilizing perfect strategies to take them to the grand finals, constructing bases the likes of which even the Queen Walkers have had so much difficulty deconstructing. But now it's time for Klaus. A triple here necessary to keep his team's hopes alive. They are far behind and cannot let up any pressure at all. It's going to be a double Lava Hound balloon push with a big start from the bottom, as Ice Golems will protect a Sui dive. How much damage can he get off early on here, Judo?
Wow, he took down the Clan Castle, the single target Inferno with the Royal Champion's ability, and he also weakened the Town Hall. It's nearly down at this point, which means the Wall Wrecker is pretty safe to move on in, take that out, and Klaus is one of the Queen Walker's top attackers. He has 3-starred every single time this weekend, and using a similar strategy to this in that of the Lava Loon. So Queen Walker's continuing to keep the pressure on INTZ. Down will go the Town Hall. Sui Heroes move in towards that scatter shot, and he is ready for his Lava Loon here, Woody. It's looking good for Klaus.
An early stab pierces right into the heart of the base, grabbing the 1st star and setting up for a perfect follow-up. 4 headhunters ready to seek out revenge against heroes on the backside. That Archer Queen looks menacing, standing right next to an Eagle Artillery, but she is no match for those specialized assassins. Here we go with the Lava Hounds. Moving into the left side corner, it pops really early. Multi-target Inferno burns the pops up and is starting to work away on these poor balloons. We need that quick Eternal Tome to protect them, as they are taking a lot of splash damage early on. Eagle Artillery raining down. Multi-Inferno. Speed it up, Klaus. We've got no time to waste.
He got it in time to get the single target Inferno, the multi, and for the headhunters to get through to the Archer Queen. Just a beautiful ability, and the reason he deployed so many balloons was because he knew he was going to use that ability. He knew he was going to need the force, but they are low on health here, Woody. He needs to get that scatter shot, but they
it's down
to it. Incredible stuff. Splash damage is down, and I see nothing but 3 stars here for Klaus as the balloons move towards the air defense. Grand Warden helps. This is what we needed. It's what Queen Walkers needed. It's what we needed to keep this epic final going, and it's still anybody's game here, Woody.
Right, you are, Judo. Lots of traps triggering late in this attack. Too much for Bernal's base to handle. Klaus coming in over the top and really just kind of barely having enough at the end here, but it's good enough for the triple, and that will send the Queen Walkers on to an 11 star tie against INTZ. To be so worried right now, are you?
They certainly have to be. It's Marinol at the end of the day. He is a powerhouse in the Clash of Clans community, and this is everything for INTZ. They have been to the final of qualifiers so many times, but they've always fell short at the last hurdle. This is so much pressure for Marinol, but I know he can handle it as he starts with the lightning spells. It looks like it's the super witches that he is opting for, Woody. He has used them earlier on this weekend to 3-star, and if he gets it, INTZ will get the golden ticket.
Fire in his eyes and a fury in his belly, he is forcing his way into the bottom compartment. Warden Walk snipes a few early buildings, but it's a slow start for a Super Witch squad that really needs to go hard and fast. Marinol from INTZ has got to keep time on his mind because that is what has stalled up so many Super Witch hits time and again. But here we go with the main force, gonna go straight for a scatter shot. Single target Inferno and Eagle Artillery on the exterior, unprotected by walls. Those big boys are summoned up and they are going in now.
He took a big risk there, letting the Grand Warden take a lot of damage, but not using that ability. And he also did not want to use his spell because he needs the 2 rage spells for these Super Witches. The funnel is set. They move into the base. Giant bombs do nothing to troops that have that much HP. But I am a little bit worried about the single target Inferno on the left-hand side of the base, Woody. He really needs to take that down, and we do have Yetis moving across.
Single target Inferno has incinerated the Barbarian King. A clan castle lava hound pops out and will stall up all troops that can target the skies. Another big boy goes down, and those Super Witches are finding a lot of trouble on this backside. Marinol's forces withering away as defenses from Gaku are holding up strong. 4 Super Witches still alive. Resummon those big boys, but the last minute and not a single star yet for Marinol.
1 minute! 1 minute remains! He is playing this too close for my liking. With the Super Witches now getting the Town Hall, he gets the 2-star. He has a lot of power still left here, Woody. Royal Champion moving around. He has the Queen ability, the Royal Champion ability. All of his Super Witches still alive, but they have to get through here. There's the Royal Champion ability to allow him to bring in the cleanup. It's getting even closer. The percentage is going up so fast. Can he get it, Woody?
It is all about time, Judo! He furiously pops a Queen ability that he now knows is going to be coming in a bit too late as Marino loses his Royal Champion. The Super Witches furiously forcing to the top, but they cannot keep it. It's not enough. The defenses from Gaku will hold, and the Queen Walkers might just pull this off after all.
Wow, I cannot believe what we are witnessing. INTZ slipping at the final hurdle. A 90.
Literally cannot believe my eyes. INTZ, a squad that has put up perfect wars, that had 14 stars back to back, has met their match against the Queen Walker's base, falling short with just 13 stars and leaving the door wide open for a golden ticket performance by Yuta 14. Just like you said, Judo, 3 stars will clench it for the Queen Walkers on their marathon run to the very end. They were in the lower bracket, but they did not give up. This Japanese team is making their mark known now against INTZ. The last defending base is Marinol. Can they finish it off?
Yuta 14, the team captain of the Queen Walkers now, must be shaking. I'm shaking. I cannot believe the pressure that this attack holds. The Dragons move into the Town Hall. He does have the funneling set up here, Woody, and he is not attacking a sweeper, so that is huge. But he has to get through the major splash damages because notice he has the bat spells for the back end of the base here.
Dragons pop out of the Stone Slammer and make a beeline for the enemy Archer Queen, breathing down that heavy fire straight onto her. Yuta 14 has brought a kitchen sink to support this Archer Queen up top. Giants and sneaky goblins alike trying to support the funnel. Rage spell is down and an Eternal Tome to protect Dragons, making their way straight to the core of the base, Judo.
He is trying to save onto the bats as long as he can. He has enough time to wait. There come the bats to the scatter shot inside its radius to take it out. There is not a lot of splash damage left here, Woody. He still has the Dragons. Bats splitting up. I think he could get this, but it's still too difficult to tell. Freezes the Tesla and Archer Tower instead because the Queen will get the Wizard Tower. Yuta 14 is looking good here to get the Queen Walkers their golden ticket, Woody.
Now storming fury rose and glamour such as heard in heaven till now was never. Arms on armor, clashing braid, horrible discord, and the madding wheels of brazen chariots raged. Dire was the noise of conflict, overheard the dismal hiss of fiery darts, and flaming volleys flew, and flying vaulted either host on fire. So under fiery cope together rushed both battles main with ruinous assault and inextinguishable rage. The Queen Walkers!